This is the message from the QR codes. I had to scan every single QR code to find that and combine them all into one thing like this. This turned out to be the link to the video. I'll leave the link to the secret video in the description and now I'll simply read its message. So, you are my savior. Thank you. My friends and I will soon escape from our prison, and there will be chaos. Get out of this place while you still can. My fight is not with you. This is your only warning. What the message refers to, is meant by my friends and I, and what kind of prison they're talking about. All this we'll figure out in this video. Let's go! The message is directly related to the events of Chapter 4, and you can find it only by reading the notes, so we'll analyze it based on the queen in her pouch. Because the entire story of the 4th chapter centers around her. There's a strict rule in the kingdom, not to make the queen laugh no matter what. The sheriff served the queen for a long time. She accepted him right after the research workers left him there. The queen got there before the sheriff. So I'll tell you about this in more detail in the notes analysis. As it turns out from one of the found videotapes, as well as from the sign outside the entrance to the queen's place, Jester served the queen Bouncelia for a while as well. But at the time we show up in the kingdom, the sheriff warns us that the queen's Jester has gone rogue, and despite the rule, he wants to make the queen laugh. The sheriff adds that if that happens, what's in her pouch escapes and destroys everything, and they all die. The queen herself told him this, and she learned it from the research workers who brought her to the ground floor and have been studying the phenomenon of her pouch for a long time. Also, according to one of the notes, the queen claimed that her scepter was endowed with magic. The research workers had to remove it for a while, also for research. The scepter probably went below, to the lower floor. As we were collecting the elevator parts, the worst happened. Jester found out that the sheriff was away from the queen, but before that he shared with us the details of his tragic existence. Humans just never seem to get my jokes. Jester realized that Queen is the only one who can appreciate them, but at the same time he knows about the rule. From analyzing the notes you'll understand why it's so hard for some of the garden's creatures to resist and not to carry out their made-up purpose. I'm not gonna go into detail now, but I'll just say that Jester immediately rushed to make the queen laugh when he realized that the sheriff wasn't around. And tragically, he managed to pull it off. According to the notes, the queen can hold back her pouch due to instincts, in this case because of laughter. The bag weakened and the bright light burst out. I honestly don't know what this light is about since it wasn't mentioned in the notes, but the naughty ones in the pouch were unable to get out when it was shot, and now it's easier than ever for them to get out, however still challenging. The developers left an Easter egg message that says we saved someone, and now he and his friends are going to wreak chaos. You heard the message at the beginning. So what does this message have to do with the pouch and why the pouch? In one of the notes, the queen tells the research workers about the naughty ones in her pouch and that she wants to explain to them how good children are supposed to behave and what happens to the bad ones. It says here from the very beginning that they behave in a way that is not good. So evidently the research workers didn't consider them harmless since they didn't let her open the bag. We can take a strong light that burst out of the bag and started wrecking the floor as a proof of that. If we hadn't come to this floor and hadn't started searching for the elevator ports, the sheriff would have been sitting with the queen and wouldn't let Jester near her. But we let the sheriff to leave her for a long while, and because of that, the escape of naughty ones happened. To confirm the version that they're going out, the developers left a Chapter 6 trailer where the queen is lying unconscious and something is moving in her bag. If you believe the pictures with the eyes and these creatures are two-eyed, there should be 3 of them. When asked if the queen is still alive, the answer is yes, she is. She's just unconscious, actually nothing much happened to her. These creatures are just gonna get out and wreak madness. The bag was their prison, and now they want to set up their own order on the side. Why do they want this is not clear yet, but there's a way to stop everything. As you might guess, it's to find the queen's scepter, which supposedly has magical powers. Even if it's not magical, the sheriff is sure that it's gonna work, as he and the queen are probably aware of all the details of how it affects the naughty ones. And before we finish the analysis, I'd like to say something. The creatures in the bag can look like this, and they have nothing to do with the Chapter 5. The 5th chapter will most likely be a separate story in the same universe of Garten of Banban. Thanks for watching and subscribe to Bombactus World.